Hey everybody, we are here with another AskReddit video. So, let's jump right in and explore. Hi, if you are visiting this channel for the first time, then don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon, so that you won't miss our future updates. What's your favorite poverty meal that you still eat regardless of where you are financially? Grew up poor, but my mom sure knew how to stretch $1. She would make steak fingers out of the cheapest cuts she could find. Tenderize, fry them up, make gravy out of the drippings and serve with mashed potatoes. The whole meal probably cost less than $5 in $70s, and I'm telling you nothing tasted better. I made it for my kids when they were growing up and they still ask me for it sometimes. She would be 94 today. Love you, miss you, Mom. I'm Mexican. For us, it's usually quesadillas without meat, rice and black beans as the sides. As a white dude, rice and bean burritos are the best on-the-go snack ever. Grew up in a Mexican neighborhood. Grew a lifelong obsession with cooking their cuisine. Cheers mate, also learned the quesadillas trick from a friend back home. These are choice options on the cheap. Grew up in a Mexican family and always had Mexican food. So easy to make and usually pretty cheap. I often make cheese quesadillas and dip them in salsa. It's one of my favorite things in the world. Beans, rice, and an egg on top, some tortillas and some hot sauce. That's like the ultimate meal. Eggs and cut hot dogs for us. Holy shit. Here in the US I can probably buy one for a couple of dollars. Restaurants still need a profit, after all, for $10 I could probably make 40 of them at home. The cheese is the only expensive-ish part, and even that I can get for a few dollars a pound. For us it's chorizo and beans. Chorizo and beans with egg tacos. Or chorizo and beans with papas. Make a big batch and it lasts for several meals. I eat it almost every week. When my parents came to Chicago in the 1970s, skirt steak was really cheap. They would survive on that, sopa de fideo, frijoles, todo con tortillas de maíz. My old Mexican coworkers used to make quesadillas directly on the electric burner. No frying pan, just tortilla folded over with American cheese singles in the middle, and thrown directly on the burner, lol. Cooking it directly on the coil burner gives it a delicious grilled flavor that you can't get with a pan. My mom used to do it like that, but she would add the filling, cheese or butter, after taking it off the stove. When you're hurting for money it's just tortillas with salt and lime, haha. Happy cake day mate. Rice and beans is the best. Grew up eating yerba or sometimes chicken hearts and yerba. Fucking awesome meal, cheap, healthy, good. I'm middle class now but still eat a lot of rice and beans. I was born and raised in Houston, Texas. I can't really speak for Mexico, but I'd assume it is the cheapest food. My mother grew up dirt poor, she's from El Rancho in Michoacan, Mexico, so yeah, pretty much that's all they had to eat growing up. Tortillas and mantequilla. Rice and beans? Ooh fancy. Boiled potatoes and butter, don't care if I am rich or poor, that is my go-to snack. Dal. Aside from turmeric you can buy all the ingredients for less than $2 a pound. Oh yeah. Dal is magic. Lentils in general deserve more love. They are so good for you, and are delicious. They make a great meat substitute if you're broke or just want to go meatless. My grandma and mom makes lentil salad, which is just lentils with shallots. So fucking good, but after making it needs to rest in the fridge for a while before eating. Recipe? Please. Not the recipe you're looking for but how I make dal. Stir-fry chopped onions. Add salt, turmeric plus spices of your choice. I use garam masala. Pour water and lentils and wait for it to cook. As the dal is thickening up in a pan, fry garlic in a little bit of oil. Add the fried garlic plus garlic infused oil to the dal and give it a stir. Add some chopped coriander, or any herbs of your choice, on top. Speaking of lentils/substitution, if you boil up a batch of lentils, drain. Return to stovetop with a little water and packet of taco seasoning. They make very good base for tacos. My husband is Colombian and he makes the best lentils, or lentejas. He cooks/softens the lentils while cooking ogao, a mixture of spices, tomatoes, cilantro, and green onion, separately. Then, once the lentils are ready, he adds the ogao and lets it simmer for a while. Once it thickens a bit, then he adds several raw eggs and continues to simmer until the eggs are cooked a safe amount. We usually have it over rice. So yum, and only like $2 to $3 to make a big ol' pot. Ghetto markets where make some pasta and add in whatever you can find in the fridge or cabinets. Cheese, lunch meat, spam, spices, etc. No two meals were ever the same. All this time I didn't even know it had a name. We would just do this to try to make a meal. I always called it poverty pasta. Shit on a shingle? Sausage gravy served over toast. I scrolled for 10 minutes to find somebody who also grew up with SOS. My mom made the gravy from scratch, just flour, butter, milk, and pepper, and used sliced corned beef instead. We used to eat squash and eggs growing up. Grew the squash and eggs are cheap enough, or trade with the neighbors. You just cut the squash into thin round and cook in a pan with a little oil until they're just soft. Scramble the eggs with the squash, add a bunch of pepper, some salt. Sometimes we ate it over noodles or rice. Oven-baked potatoes with salt and margarine. Cheap ingredients found in almost every home and easy to make. Also, the starch in potatoes makes you feel full for pretty long. Soup boiled down with rice to bulk it up. This is a good one, almost like a porridge or congee. When I'm sick I boil rice in chicken stock and just eat it that way, no soy sauce or anything else, so it's easy on my stomach. It's a really comforting thing to eat. Steamed white rice, crack a raw egg in it while it's scorching hot, stir aggressively and dash with soy sauce. If I have some roasted seaweed in that shiz. Super cheap breakfast, but oh man is it filling/delicious. Edit, thanks for all the recommendations, everyone. Sesame oil, yumi, pickled plum, furikake, rice seasoning, spam, and cabbage are all on my list of ingredients to mix and match. To answer this, as it's getting asked quite a bit, I'm not Asian, I'm white. I do very much enjoy cooking, especially Southeast Asian dishes. If you have recipes you'd like to share for a frugal home cook who enjoys Asian cooking, please do so. This has become one of my go-tos. Maybe a bit of fried garlic and or sesame seeds. Some chopped spring onions or chives. Basically whatever's in the fridge. Edit, fried garlic, not roasted. Quesadillas, with hot sauce if there is any. Edit, I think a lot of people have different ideas of what a quesadilla is. My version is strictly a single tortilla with whatever cheese I have lying around, usually dollar packs of singles. That means no meat, beans, lettuce, tomato, etc., and I definitely don't use a foreman to make mine. Peanut butter and sliced banana on toast. Now that I'm better off financially, I'll add real honey and ground cinnamon because I'm a fancy bitch now. Pancakes. Cheap to make and filling, can be eaten with whatever is in your fridge. Toast with a fried egg for breakfast. Been eating that for probably 6 years now and still look forward to it every morning. Hello fellow egg and toast lover. Life feels incomplete without, and nothing can replace it. Breakfast just doesn't feel like breakfast without fried eggs on toast. So good. Baked beans on toast with grated cheese. I'll never grow tired of baked beans on toast. The grated cheese is for when there is money. A gas station slushie mixed with gas station wine. Poor man's daiquiri. Edit, OMG. Thank you for the award. That sounds more like poor man's Gastro-Drano. Cinnamon toast. Just bread, butter, cinnamon and sugar mixed together. Also, I love ramen. Edit, thank you for my first award, stranger, sparkling heart. Really was not expecting this comment to blow up. Apparently y'all love your cinnamon toast and ramen, I mean instant noodles for all y'all nitpickers in the thread lol. Second edit, I've always referred to margarine as butter. So when I say butter, I mean margarine. Y'all really are nitpicking lamau. I love cinnamon toast. But I butter it, sprinkle generously with cinnamon and sugar, then stick that shit under the broiler till it forms a melted crust on top. Edit, as another Redditor pointed out, I meant to say until it caramelizes. Warm and crunchy and glorious, the bottom stays soft too, so it's got multiple textures. Second edit, broil it until the cinnamon, sugar and butter forms a nice crunchy crust. Does that make you all nitpickers happy? LMFAO. This is brilliant, I'm doing it this way next time. Pizza in Italy was originally only eaten by poor people who couldn't afford proper meals, and so they used the basics of flour, tomatoes and other cheap items to come up with pizza. However, instead of the meat and other things on modern pizza, the basic vegetables make the pizza just as tasty, and I always enjoy eating it. There's a South Indian dish called congee, which is pretty much just rice put in water and cooked for a really long time. Sort of like rice porridge. Then you put different food items and curries inside for flavor. I still make it all the time, especially when I'm sick. Lentils. Great cheap protein and can be used so many ways. Lentils with curry and whatever cheap veg is around, usually spinach or cauliflower. Also a baked plantain for a super cheap and filling snack. So many. I love poverty meals. Spaghetti with thick sauce. Beans and rice. Shepherd's pie. Stew, beef stew or bigos, Polish hunting stew I 100% recommend. Chicken noodle soup. So that's all. Hope you liked the video. If you have any doubts or clarification, then comment in comment section and we will revert soon. Thanks for watching. And please share the video and help ByteVue grow.